Welcome to this look at a returning map to Farming Simulator 25 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here on Hogenstead. This is a new map to Farming Simulator 25. This was first out on Farming Simulator 2013. 2013, and I've done map tours, and I think I played on Hagenstedt. Was on FS17 maybe. I'm trying to think when I played on it. Anyway, this by DH Modding. Now it has 4 required mods. Those 4 required mods are new mod packs out today with this map. And this is one of the first times this has happened. We've had it quite a lot recently where modders or map makers are bringing out their maps and they have required mods, which are their own required mods, but they have been previously released. This is the first time where we've had a map come out with required mods that have released at the same time. And the second map out today as well is exactly the same, by Bernie SCS, which is an interesting one. So if you're looking for a mod review on these mod packs, this isn't it. This is a map tour, and we'll look at them. We'll look at them in the build mode. Normally I would say anything over and above, but obviously these aren't over and above. These are new and built in. So we'll have a look at them. I know that's a long-winded sort of way of saying all of that. 427.84 megabytes download, and then the 4 on top. There are no custom crop types. Contracts are available. Slot count is 1,157 on New Farmer. On Farm Management Start from Scratch, that comes down to 1,105. Difference being you don't start with any equipment or machinery on Farm Management Start from Scratch. That being said, what I really like about this is one of the better versions of this. I remember one of the early versions I played. It might have been 17. I'm trying to think. The buildings looked almost, not blurry, that's the wrong way of putting it. This is crisp, it's clean, it's tidy, it's been refreshed. The assets are very, very good. And I have to say, what I like about this as well is most of the plots you can buy, I'll show you in a moment as well, which gives you a lot of scope for interesting gameplay, innovative stuff you could do, using a lot of the things that are now available on the game with regards to landscaping and mods and all that kind of thing, which I think is absolutely fantastic. There are 100 collectibles. They are horseshoes. I haven't actually come across one yet, but there are some knocking about apparently. If we come to here, this is what the map looks like on New Farmer. We start with the main farm area here, and this is another one of those ones where it is in essence Hagenstedt. Nothing hugely has changed with the layout, the fields, that kind of stuff. But when you go around, it feels fresh, it feels clean. Because there have been so many different versions of this, with so many different options and things on it, this is, again, not a pared down version, but it's, I don't know, it just seems a bit more streamlined to me. I don't know if that's me imagining things. But as you can imagine, field prices are kind of what you'd expect for the size as we click on them. But again, like I said, all these mountainous regions here, all the plots can be purchased. So if you wanted to add stuff in, whatever you want to do, landscape bits, then you can buy all of them, including, which I think is quite cool, we've got the campground down here. Now, if you buy it, it's quite expensive, but you can also buy the plots across the river as well, which do join up, which does give you scope, and you can actually go along this road here. There are bits out here you can actually access this bit along here before you get to the map edge. So you could put bridges in across if you wanted to, and even out here where the harbour area is, the port, you can go across the bridge here, and you can buy all of these plots, including the one across the way here. Takes in the whole port area. So as far as bridging, cranes, gantries, placeable objects, sell points, all that kind of thing, it gives you a huge amount of scope to do all that, which I think is absolutely brilliant, including down in the town. Now, whilst you can't sell the houses, they are fixed in place. Because you can buy all these plots, the ability to then put in sell points, whether it's just stalls or whatever it might be, to make it more of a market town, or again, that would be up to you. It might just be decorative items, but you can pretty much buy the whole thing, which is awesome. Come back there, we'll go into build mode, and like I said, because this is not a mod review of the mods per se, but you'll see all of these sheds around the map, and there are a load. So there we got shed, 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 all Hagenstedt. So these are all new mods out today, and they are part of the Hagenstedt houses mod. Then we go across and we've got silos, and we've got the Hagenstedt storages mod. So we come down to here. This is a new pack outside as well. There you go. Hagenstedt storages. Bale and pallet storage at 250. 6 millilitre silo, standard crop type. That silo there, I've done a clip of this. 504,000 litres. And that does your root crops. I did a little video clip of what those take, so I'll show that in a little while. If we come across, there was nothing under extensions. Under containers, we have got down here. Again, these are just as Hagenstedt. These might be built into the map, though, rather than the mods. Water tank, small petrol tank, fertiliser tank. Tools, do we have anything? No, but farmhouses we did. And this is part of the Hagenstedt houses, which is another one of the packs out today. So houses, sheds, storages, and the third one is husbandries, which we'll get onto in just a moment. So we've got some houses here available, and again, you'll see these all around the map. So this is not a mod review of those per se. Nothing under factories. Nothing under. There was nothing under any of these actually. Sell points, greenhouses, cultivation, or generators. Animal pens, though, we have got there you go. Hagenstedt husbandries. So we've got a cow pasture there, cow barn, and the size of the pasture can be customised. That will take 400 animals. There was nothing under horses. Under pigs, I don't think we have anything under pigs either. Nope, but we do under sheep. Just there. Hagenstedt husbandries. That'll hold 300. Under chickens, we got that one there. We'll do 200 chicken husbandries. And then what else do we have? Chickens. Oh yeah, we come down to here. We got fences. This is part of the husbandries pack as well today. So we got a few different things. Hagenstedt husbandries. A few fence options. We come across to others. And down here we've got these. I think these are built into the map though, because these just say Hagenstedt, not one of the packs that are new out today. So these are built into the map, added in by DH modding. I blanked then. Come to decoration and come down here. I know this is a lot, and this has always been one of those maps. And then we've got all these decorative items that are around the map as well. Now, as I've always said, be careful if you are going to try and remove anything. I have found pretty much at all of the locations you can remove everything, all the buildings and stuff. I think I've had 1 or 2 decorative items I couldn't remove. So again, save your game, because if you find it's one that you can't remove, you might find it frustrating. Save your game first, later that way you can come back to a previous save if you need to. I think that was, oh no, hang on, no, I'll take that back. Fences, others, decoration, and then finally we have got added under plants. We've got some additional Hagenstedt plants added in as well. I don't think we had any extra paint textures. Maybe a couple. There you go. So let's crack on around the map then, shall we? So we start here, and like I say, this is sorry, every single time I do a map tour or do my let's play or whatever, you get that, I get that stuttering thing at the start, and then once you've turned around a couple of times, it's absolutely fine. It is pretty cool that it has retained that look, that style. So we have got this house here. So all these buildings and stuff and the assets, they're all the new mods, including some of these decorative items, including the barbecue chimneys, and oh, there goes me saying I hadn't found one. And there you go. What do I come across? Spoiler alert, sorry, a bit late for that. Sleep and wardrobe trigger at this house here, and some decorative items. There's a water tank at the back. I'm going to show you on the map, because we're not going to go to all of these. But for example, there we got water tank. And you'll see that they are all over the place. We've got a water tank there, we've got a water tank there, we've got a water tank there, we've got one here, and here, and here, and here. They're all over the place. So those little water tank fountains, they're all over the map. You won't have a problem with that. Another thing to point out as well, I'm not going to go to all of these locations, because you've got a lot of locations like this one here, 58, you've got 60 just here. Again, like, so I'm not going to go through and read all of them out. We've got 70, this one here, not that one there, where is it? That one there. And then we've got a few over here as well. So we've got this plot here, this plot here, this plot here. These have all got sheds on, and or water tanks as well. All those sheds can be removed if you want to, but those little plots are all available to purchase if you want access to the sheds. Some of them are open, you could use them anyway, but if you want access to the doors opening on the sheds that do have doors, you're going to need to buy those plots. But if you buy those plots, you can remove the sheds if you don't want them on there and you want to put something else in its place. So like I say, it makes the map incredibly modular. It makes it much more user-friendly and usable, I think. So This map has always felt like a big map because it's a bit of a kind of labyrinth when you're going around it. But we do have around this side sleep trigger, and you see what I mean though. It just has a more tangible's the wrong word. I don't know what it is. It's like I say, I've done plenty of map tours on this map by different people. There you go. There's your wardrobe trigger just there. Sheds and decorations and stuff galore. All the fences can be removed as well, which is pretty cool. Now, if I head down the hill, more sheds and storage. This big one. This hasn't actually got anything in it, but this is part of the pack, I think. Out today, around the back of the building, we have got a start harvester with header just over there, ready to get going in our fields. Even down to the little foam box and some benches. Pretty cool. But it still keeps that Hagenstedt feel. You know, as I'm going around, it's like that hasn't been changed too dramatically. Across the way here, bale and pallet storage, 250 items. Open shed space and shed there, and on the end, and a huge shed there. Fuel tank, fuel point just here. Small fuel tank. Start equipment and machinery. We'll use a little bit of this as we get going, but we've got a couple of weights, a couple of tractors. We've got plough, cultivator, seeder, trailer. This is one of the fertiliser stations. There are 3 or 4 of these knocking around the map as well. If I click on that, you can refill that herbicide or liquid fertiliser. So fertiliser tanks, fertiliser stations are knocking around. If we come across here, we do actually have in this shed, and these are, like I say, these are really nicely made and detailed. Pretty cool units. We do start with some pallets of seed in here. I did have a quick check because I wasn't sure if there was a workshop trigger in here. I didn't find one. So this one here, this silo, this is root crops, and the back has got 2 conveyors. Now each one does different things. That one does red beet and sugar beet, and this one does potatoes, parsnip and carrot. And then the one across there, that long one there, we've already had a look in the build mode. That's a 6 milliliter standard crop type, not a multi-fruit silo. And I'll just show you a quick video clip now, which shows me looking at each of those menus, just so you can see what things you can do in each one. So there you go. And again, I don't want to take away from anyone that's done previous versions of this, but it doesn't seem as cartoony. That's the wrong word. I can't put my finger on what's different, but it just seems more, I'll say more tangible. We have got a chicken pen just here. We've got 1 out of 360 in here. So here's our chicken pasture. We've got a cockerel. We go down there. So he's good to go for whatever comes next. So if we come around the sides here, so we've had a look at the sheds, silos, all the stuff that's here. Just going to grab this tractor and we're going to head on around the map. We are going to go straight down to the vehicle shop with workshop. This always reminds me, I suppose, did this come first? Because I only started playing the game on FS15. So I don't know if Westbridge Hills was, I think it was a pre-15 one, wasn't it? Maybe it was the generic building, but it's the one that's kind of been on here. But it was the I always remember it's been the Westbridge Hills shop. So I'm going to head down here, and like I say, these buildings. I'm assuming it's all just been revamped. It just all seems better. I think I'm going to put on the. I might have already put. I've put in the description already. The best version yet or something, or is it better? I don't know, whatever I put, possibly the question mark. I don't think I might take the question mark out. So anyway, sell point's just here. What I like about this, not sell point, buy point for vehicles and machinery. There is music playing. Don't know if you can hear it, but you can turn the music on or off, and then we go out vehicle shop menu just here. If we come round here, we got a workshop, and this is the reset point for the map as well. But what I like about this, and I don't remember this being a thing on Westbridge Hills when we had this building, but you can go into all of this, and again, if that's been done by DH Modding, brilliant, cracking job, very impressed. All these doors open around here, so if you want to use it as a storage point, again, if you're running a storyline or whatever it is you're doing, the fact you can access the building I think is pretty cool. And there's your workshop trigger just here. So I'm going to get myself something a little bit faster so we can whiz around the map a little bit faster, and let's go. I'll do what I usually do, and I'll show you where I am, where we've been. So, gas station just across the way here. It's even down to the curbs and stuff, and all of it. Yeah, I'm liking it a lot. Come down the way. Nice. So because all these plots can be purchased, there are some that have got sheds on, some that are just mainly houses. The plots I looked at for the purchasing, I couldn't actually remove them. I shouldn't have come this way. Oh, no, maybe I'm alright. We do have NPCs on the map. Walter is just along here. His plot can be purchased as well. So again, if you want to add sell points and stuff in, or add him into the narrative. So Walter's just there. Turning around as we turn. Then we come down into the town, to the town restaurant sell point. I seem to recall an early version of this. Don't know which one it was. Where some of the buildings had gaps underneath them, and it was things seemed to be floating. There you go. So here's our town restaurant, and again, this building, all the buildings. Look at it. It's very cool. Right, let's head out. I'm probably even going to do the tour around the map in probably the same route I took on possibly the last two versions of this. Down the bottom of the hill, we've got a water point just there. So I'm not going to point them all out. If we go past one, I'll point it out, but there are loads dotted around. And the same with all the sheds. We're not going to go out to all of them. I seem to recall on a previous version of this, the way we're going to now had a farm with animals, but this one doesn't. But I thought I'd drive up there and have a look anyway. But this is one of the plots you can purchase that just has sheds on it. We've head up, and I always recall this one here having the rope bridge across up there, which is cool. So you can go for a wander, a look around, especially if you're doing your hunts for collectibles. Another water point just there, and we are up here on the hill. So if you purchase this plot, you get these two sheds, which again can be removed if you want. So we are now currently here at plot 98. So we started off at the main farm here, down into the town, vehicle shop and workshop trigger, reset point, gas station, water, town restaurant, water point, out there and up the hill, and now we're heading down here. We're going to the Lost Horseshoe Inn. Considering we're looking for horseshoes, it kind of makes sense. So this is a sell point, just here. There aren't many productions on here actually, and again I suppose that's the beauty of having it as adjustable as you want. I did say contracts are available, but if you look there what's available, we've got biogas plant, dairy and spinnery. We don't start with anything, so there's only those three, but I kind of like that with that scope. What I will say is there's a couple of plots. The port area and this area are very expensive, so if you wanted to buy the campground and do some stuff with this, Noah is just there at the campground, another water point there. There's not a sell point or anything, but again I just think the assets all seem better. I'm sure in one of the versions you came down, there wasn't really much here, although it is the campground. We've got a little beach down there, and again the beach and the bit across the way can both be purchased, and they do technically link up, so you could bridge the gap, make a ford if you wanted. I don't know, you know, you can have a fiddle around. Play around to your heart's content and have fun. That's the point about it. But yeah, looks good. And because you can buy this plot, and again, it's not cheap. This one was, what would I say? I did show it, no, nearly 1.3, 1.5, so 1.2 million. But you get a lot here. So there's a lot of scope for adjustment, activities, all that kind of thing. Let's spin around. And head out of town. Well, Tent City. Whoops. Looking at my notes. Right, we're heading to the biogas plant. We've already seen that in the menu. It's a standard biogas plant. So 1 megawatt. I say it's the standard one, but as far as the products and stuff it takes, I think it's 1.7 million. Large silage clamps just here. We do have another fuel point just there, which can be refilled if you need to have your fuel here as well. So this is all part of the biogas plant facility. Now we are going to head... Actually, I'm going to go this way. Because again, out here, some nice details, some nice features. We've got a water mill, all the little benches and stuff everywhere. I just think it's nicely laid out. There's a little water mill out here, and the actual water wheel is turning. It's not a sell point or anything, but again, you can buy the land. So if you wanted to convert it, change it, tweak it, maybe put a sell point in, have it as a little mini grain mill. There's plenty of mods available now that allow for sell points. So if you wanted to have it as a little grain mill, if I go airborne, you'll see, because otherwise it's been going in the water. But there you go. Wheels going round on it. Add it in to your storyline. We're going to whiz out here. Now, this is a curiosity. All our start equipment and machinery is at the main farm. But, well, gone the wrong way. I need the next turning on the left, which is here. So there's 2 plots, one just over there, which you can just see the shed over in that direction, and then that plot there. I showed you on the map, those are all just plots with sheds on. So I suppose technically placeables, you can buy them, you can sell the sheds, you can then sell the plots back if you want to. But if you want them for placeables, you can. Water point just there, and we turn into a gas station just here. And then we have got, what was this one? Water, gas station, farmers market. Farmers market sell point just here. There's a fertiliser station around the back, but what we do have round here, and I will swap out for it because it's here, part of our start equipment machinery, and I'm not sure why it's here and not at the farm, we've got a pickup. This is ours. So we can jump in that if we want. And then the other edge. Edge. But again, all these buildings, you can't, you know, whilst you can't go into them. Actually, that's something I've just realised. We don't have. There's not a pallet warehouse. There's some modded versions, but there you go. Fertiliser point just there. Now I'm just double check this. I think it's, again, it might just be herbicide and liquid fertiliser. Yeah, I think all of them are. It's interesting that it's got all racking inside of it, but there's not a trigger. I just suddenly saw that and suddenly thought, hang on a minute, pallets, but there's not actually a. Let's have a look at the plot of land here as well. Well, we can buy the plot, so if you wanted to add it in, I wonder. 478,000. I want to buy it. Thought I'd buy the plot just in case. I thought it would be just my luck. I'll miss it, and there is a warehouse point or something on there that's not showing. But again, no reason why, because you can buy the land. Put one on. If you're missing your pallets, we are going to whiz out past here only because there's a little bridge that goes over to the island. There's nothing. I mean, so there's nothing on. There's a little caravan and little campsite bit on the island. If you wanted to utilise it in gameplay, you can. So a little bridge just here. We won't go over to it. Again, I did double check in case there was a sell point or anything on there, because you can never be too careful. There you go. Opposite the island, and now we're heading out to the port. Now again, I could be misremembering because I've done so many map tours and so many maps that have got ports and stuff. Was there a version of this that had cranes that operated? I can't remember. Anyway, we've got the port sell point, which is just here. Be careful when you come across here because you can't quite see it, but there's a big concrete curb there. So avoid that concrete curb and go through the gap. Here, there you go. It's almost invisible from that angle. Lime station, debris crusher just there, and then we've got the port sawmill, which is just here. Again, all built into the map, all kind of part of it. But as I said, you can, here, you can go out across the bridge if you want to. You can come back across here. All this can be purchased. So if you wanted to add stuff in here, again, go for it. Why not? It's all available to you. I'm trying to think of previously whether it was or not. I don't think it was. We're going to go... Actually, we'll go this way around. I seem to recall as well... It was back in the good old days. Back in the good old days. When... Oh, my mind's blanked on the map name. One of the base game maps from way back. That's terrible. Well, it was, you know, there were 2 or 3 anyway. Bjornholm had it as well, where you could go to the freight yard where the trains were. You would pull the lever and the train would go, and it would take stuff. I'm sure again there was a version of this when you come to the rail freight yard that had that. And if I'm misremembering, I do apologise. But the freight yard again has been all revamped and tidied up. Bigger building off this side, more of a station to it now. And again, this can all be purchased. So if you want to add stuff in here, you absolutely can. The train, there's not a lever. I'm sure there was a lever down the bottom there previously. But anyway, this is the freight yard sell point just here. And we have a lime station and we have a fuel point here as well. Lime station there, fuel point there. And then all of this, all across here, is all part of this entire plot. Again, quite pricey, 1.5 million, but it does give you a lot of scope for fiddling around. I won't drive down there, we're going to go kind of past it and up the hill, but we've got this plot here, plot 70, which does have a water point and a couple of sheds and stuff on there again. So if you want to start making your own farms, I know I keep reiterating the same points, but it's valid. It's all valid. So we're heading south, back up into the hills, from whence we came, from the main farm. And we've got a couple more farms and some facilities to go and check out. So the next one we're going to come to is plot 131. It's quite the climb up out of here. I recall as well, was it when we had coins or gold nuggets, spending ages trying to get a gold nugget that was, or a coin that was at this tower on a previous person. Isn't it weird? I just went around doing all my prep for this map tour, and that is just suddenly, I had a sudden flashback, that sudden moment of, oh blimey, I remember. Yeah, isn't that weird? Anywho, cross here, 131. So this is a sheep and goat farm with plenty of shed space and storage space. That building over there, the slightly darker one, this is bale and pallet storage 250. This building just here. Triggers aren't showing yet because we don't own the land. So if we come to here, plot 131, do that and buy. There we go. There you go. See your triggers now. In and out for our bales and pallets. Big old sheds and storage. That building up on the hill is on a separate plot of land and doesn't have a sell point or anything on it that I could tell. Animals just here for our sheep and our goats. This was 454, something like that. Where's me? I'm at the wrong point. That would help, wouldn't it? 454. There we go. Sheep and goats. 454 of them with a customizable pasture. Again, one of the required mods which released today, as are all of these sheds and buildings that we've been seeing as we've been going around. And they all fit in very nicely. So we are now going to go up and over the top. Now this massive facility, again, you can buy the land, so if you want to add more stuff in, you can. It's the grain mill sell point. It's not an actual grain mill, just a sell point, but there are plenty of mods to make it a grain mill if you want to. It's a big old facility, so you know you can have forklift trucks whizzing around and big old lorries and stuff, but again it has the same vibe as the original, but it is different. It has been adjusted and improved. So around across the front here is the grain mill sell point, just there, in that building just there, and we come right the way across here. Oh yeah, to the south of here, I've got it in my notes, south. So we've just come across there. South of here, that bridge that comes up, come across here, we've got sheds there, and there's a water point which was, where is it? It was up here somewhere. There's a water point. There you go. Water point just there. So that's to the south of where I had it on my notes. I put south, water point and sheds. Something to point out as we go across. Now we come across here and we come to the Spinnery. Ben is here as well, so this is one of the productions on the map you can purchase. So Spinnery is just here. Ben just there in front of the Spinnery, and we have got a fuel point which is out to the front with some more sheds and stuff you can buy. And then we're going to head up the hill. There you go, there's the fuel point up here. This takes us into kind of the next valley over, I guess. And this is plot 141. Now that small plot there has got a shed on it you can purchase separately. This plot here is plot 141, and this is the cow farm. So again, nothing showing at the moment, but if we buy that plot there, 141, buy that, there you go. We've got a manure heap, there's a silage clamp just there as well. The cow pasture barn building is there. There is another water point up on the hill, again on a plot you can purchase, quite a big plot there. And that's the other shed I was talking about, plot 122. We had kind of saw that on the map earlier as we were going across. This one does 474. There we go, dial box, 474 cows in our cow barn large. And I said we've got manure heap and silage clamp just over there as well as part of this whole setup. Again, can all be removed. So if there's a different cow barn, pasture, building, whatever it might be you want to put on here, go for it. Up the hill. Now, in the southeast corner of this map there is a golf course, which again can be purchased. There are a few different golf buggies and things knocking around, if you wanted to. If you want to make it a full-blown golf course. It might be you decide you're going to do it as part of the areas I'm going to buy, and then you could have contracts where you go and do mowing there or something. I don't know, whatever you decide to do. Another little plot there with a shed. I'm thinking of plot and shed at the same time. And then we're going to whiz across, heading east to the southeast corner of the map, which has got some more buildings and the golf course. And even this, the golf course sort of 18th hole, 19th hole, 18th, don't play golf. The clubhouse looks like it's been revamped and tidied and neatened up. We'll cut across the grass here. So over here we have got water point just there, shed space, we have got Katie is around somewhere just inside the barn there, animal dealer there, animal dealer sell point just there. As we come back around towards the clubhouse, again plenty more sheds on little plots of land, certainly no shortage of them. Whoa, blimey. See the larger building there, smaller shed and another shed over the back there, but this is all, I'm liking it. So I'm sure, again, I could be misremembering, I'm sure in a previous version was there a golf cart over here? But it's all very nicely landscaped in. This one, again, I think this plot was quite expensive as well. What was this? Yeah, 4,100,000. But I suppose if you're buying a golf course, it's not going to be cheap, is it? But I suppose you could do mowing contracts, and again, what you do with the map once you're on it is entirely up to you. Down the hill, and there's all this, there's all this kind of rocky outcrop land and stuff that you can just have a fiddle around with, have a play with. We need to go down. Oh, it's this way, isn't it? Yep. Cross the bridge to the garden centre. David appears to be the custodian of the garden centre. Oh, there we go. I have to say, just noticed the white water coming down off there. Nice few sound effects as well. So garden centre sell point. That blue tank as well is another one of those fertiliser purchase points. David is just there. So sell point just in front, fertiliser point just there. David round here at the garden centre. Just there. If we come out from the garden centre, if I've done this right, yes, this turning here. We head down to another familiar site on the Hagenstedt map. And it's the dairy. And this is a dairy, not just a dairy sell point. Big old Supreme Milk Dairy. Again, this was back in the day. That was that whole, if you had cows, the milk would just automatically sell at midnight. And as a console gamer, I dreamt of the day you'd be able to transport your own milk, that you'd be able to, you know, go and collect it, take it off, take it to a dairy. Now we can bottle it, we can make it into different things. It's incredible, really, how far we've come. So this is the dairy just here, which can be purchased. Again, big old plot of land. I don't think that's on... Possibly when you buy the dairy. How much is it to buy? Have we got enough to buy it? 650 grand. Okay, maybe you don't get the land. Oh, it's on that plot there. Could have just bought the plot of land. Anyway, it's on that plot of land, so you can, again, fiddle around with that to your heart's content. We do have another water point. Just over there around the corner, so there's another one, little bench points somewhere. Bench, little fountain. There's a water point over here. And then from here, if we drive back along the road there and follow that around, brings us back down to the start farm, where we began our entire journey around the Hagenstedt map. Like I say, I stand by what I'm saying. Like I say, there have been other versions with all different bits and things on them and things you could do, and people have, you know, fiddled around. I think this is the best version of it so far. I think personally, and that is just me putting my opinion out there. Your opinion, of course, may differ, however wrong it may be. I'm joking. But again, I say, I think because it allows you to purchase everything, sell everything, all the buildings, all the stuff. It does make it far more modular, far more scope for making it your own. And I like that. I really do. It still retains all that familiar charm of Hagenstedt, but with a lot more possibility. I think that's the best way of putting it. And there you go. That's Hagenstedt by DH Modding. I hope you found all of this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then of course, please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.